So imagine looking on the horizon and sunrise is half the sky. Okay, that would be terrifying.
The universe is filled with never-ending mysteries, mysteries that have raised the curiosity of human beings since the dawn of time. Supernovas are one of those mysteries, and even though we are in an age of great technological advancement, it is still rare to observe a supernova, as their sightings are quite brief. However, this might soon change, and our generation will witness a completely different scene as a supernova named SN 2023 ISF is about to explode, which will take the night sky all over the world. What is that? Why is it going to happen? And what's the history of supernovas? Join us today as we'll embark you on a journey and explore the mysterious happenings of supernovas. On May 19, 2023, Japanese astronomer Koichi Itagaki made the first observation of the supernova, which was located among the spiral arms of the PINWHEEL galaxy. Interestingly enough, Itagaki, who is a passionate supernova hunter, has used his observatory in the Japanese mountains near Yamagata to find more than 80 star explosions before. This was an amazing discovery, so consequently, the next day, the ZWICKY transient facility in California searched the reading and confirmed the supernova. Since then, astronomers all over the world are keenly anticipating its development, as this is the nearest supernova seen in the last few decades. As we know, supernova explosion is a cataclysmic event that happens when the star is nearing the end of its life. But the most important thing in these explosions is their intensity. Just to give you a perspective, some supernovas can briefly possess the power of up to 100 billion stars. It is worth mentioning that the SN 2023 ISSF supernova explosion will happen close to our galaxy and will reach its peak brightness slowly, which will allow the scientists to observe it for a longer length of time and take measurements that are not possible for the more distant explosions. Before we explain any further, you need to understand that there are two different kinds of supernovas. The first type happens when the core of a high-mass star collapses. For this to happen, a star needs to be around 8 times bigger than our Sun. After this, the star starts to fuse heavier elements like oxygen and carbon as its hydrogen and helium fuel in the core runs out, leading to an increase in density and ultimately an explosion. The second type of supernova involves two white dwarf stars. In this binary star system, it is hypothesized that gas is deposited onto the one star surface by the other star before igniting to produce a supernova explosion. The SN 2023 ISF is the first type of supernova. Supernovae are considerably important for the balance of the universe. NASA claims that supernova explosions transport heavy metals throughout the galaxy and heat the interstellar medium, which is the area in between stars. In reality, nuclear reactions within stars produce a large number of the heavy elements required for life, which are eventually ejected into space during a supernova explosion. Moreover, as a giant star dies, its death causes one of the largest explosions ever to occur in space, which is why our universe is shaped the way it is today. Astrophysicists around the globe claim that several supernovas are discovered every day by large survey telescopes, and as many as 22,000 transient events or abrupt strong brightenings in galaxies can be seen in a single year. Just to give you an example, Betelgeuse, one of the brightest stars in our night sky, has been acting strangely for years. Betelgeuse is 640 light-years from Earth in the Milky Way galaxy and is considerably younger than our Sun. Often termed as the red giant, the nearby star is currently around 50% brighter than it normally should be. This comes after it mysteriously became dimmer in 2019, which led people to wonder if it was about to explode. Later researchers revealed that Betelgeuse was still all right. However, a huge explosion had occurred, which had an impact on its brightness. Currently, astronomers have spotted Betelgeuse returning to its brightest state roughly 200 days sooner than usual. This is particularly interesting as Betelgeuse usually fluctuates between dimmer and brighter states after a 400-day cycle. According to analysts, the great dimming of 2019 and this cycle shortening are probably related, and consequently, Betelgeuse is being closely watched by astronomers as many believe it is on the verge of going supernova. The stunning SN 2023 ISF supernova is located in Messier 101, a galaxy that is famously known as the Pinwheel galaxy, located about 21 million light-years away from Earth in the direction of the URSA major constellation. The Pinwheel galaxy is directly opposite to Earth, displaying its amazing spiral pattern and almost 1 trillion stars. The galaxy is abundantly filled with nebulae, places where stars are born. The recent images of the galaxy shows the population of its young and blazing stars. The supernova SN 2023 IXF should be visible for a few months before disappearing in the Pinwheel galaxy. Even though it is barely out of reach of the unaided human eye, the supernova will be easily visible using a small telescope or even powerful binoculars. So it comes off as no surprise that astronomers all around the world have immediately adopted this as their favorite target. Professional astronomers have also started to use large telescopes, such as the Hubble, to watch the recently discovered supernova in order to learn more about how stars explode and to keep track of how the explosion's brightness changes and diminishes over time. Not only this, the Gemini North Telescope in Hawaii is also being used again after a 7-month break from scientific observations. This is the first time it's being used after the telescope's primary mirror suffered a chipped edge in October while being transported. The primary mirror has now been restored and reinstalled, enabling the telescope to resume its hunt for cosmic occurrences in the night sky. The deep research of Supernova 2023 IFFX is anticipated to provide information about the chemical makeup of the debris ejected by the collapsing star. This could then increase our understanding of the chemical evolution of the universe by illuminating how the debris left behind by exploding stars shapes subsequent star-forming generations throughout the cosmos. The observations will also help us better understand how stars evolve, particularly the changes they go through in their dying years. It is worth mentioning that the objects in the universe having different wavelengths of radiation that make up the electromagnetic spectrum release variable forms of information about their sources. According to researchers, the SN 2023 IXF supernova will have a steady brightness period of roughly 100 days before it starts to dim. This makes the SN 2023 ISF highly anticipated, as supernovas typically see a significant drop-off in brightness in the ultraviolet region shortly after their discovery. So far, SN 2023 IXF has stayed persistently bright, saturating measurements with NASA's multi-wavelength Swift Space Telescope. And even when it begins to dim, SN 2023 ISF might briefly become brighter as it comes into contact with the denser shells or clouds that surround the dying star. All in all, this will give researchers all around the world more than enough time to study the supernova explosion properly and learn from it. That is it from today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, show some love and hit that like button. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel so that you never miss out on any of the amazing videos I have in store for you.